20. Um, Chiefs versus 49ers. I'm gonna be the Chiefs because that's my second favorite team. And the 49ers are gonna be away. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Now. Okay. Quarterly. 8 minutes. Let's do this.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Oh, it breaks another.
Dang, I didn't get down by that guy.
30 yards all in all. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Dang.
And that is incomplete.
That
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And now the Chiefs offensive starters.
At one point, Kansas City thought they had a dilemma at the running back position in 2018, but Damian Williams came to the rescue. A big year for him, the highest yards per attempt of his career, and he scored 4 touchdowns in December as the Chiefs made a playoff run.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Can I just get a replay? Oh, his left foot. Okay.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
No.
And his fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I couldn't wonder. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether we're seeing different defenses, they'll have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. A big play there for KC. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Fortunately for him,
yeah, I'm
got a
not
couple
doing
more
that
downs
either.
to play with.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Mahomes now throw
You are.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, then I guess it's a field goal.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Man open, it's Goodwin.
Oh, why did I? Oh, I'm really dumb.
Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise
Oh
Goodwin,
my God.
77 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kansas City's offense coming back onto the field here, and the Chiefs now 8-4. They had the division battle this past weekend against Oakland. Beat them up pretty good, Charles, 40-9, and now it's looking for all the road at the division. And got his man complete. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I gotta try that one more time. I had a plan that was gonna work.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down, it's Williams.
And then,
They
of course,
follow up the first down 1-yard run with a
time.
minimal gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage.
Wow.
Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
Well, he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Go for 2, because I need to get back
Boy,
to
it's nice to have that big, reliable turn. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15
I just got
on a PAT? I don't know.
Okay. Two, then it bounced. I'm challenging that.
They needed to see on film there was a snap,
and
someone kicking the ball through the post.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Here we go. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. Remember, it was on this field September 23rd of last year when Jimmy Garoppolo had the injury. He was having a nice game, 250 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Then he injured the left knee. It was revealed the next day that he had torn his ACL, ending under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go.
The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel, when they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not. He knew it.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest four. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the #1 game because the #1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the #1 seed. I think the #2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the #1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs of making the playoffs. The #3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks, and then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the #4 game?
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, sweet.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will
What? I
finally
died.
stop
I
him
meant
as
to.
he's down to the 40-yard
Oh,
line.
not square.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Neil Sterling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
What?
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can
Oh,
understand
he's
you want to
out.
rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the
Gotta
3.
be honest
But from the
with you.
15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
You never had it. The
my
stuff she used to
grandmother used to say
preserve.
it
You
smelled
had to say it too.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds McKinnon, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That's complete right around the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boy.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well,
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. still on his feet. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Oh, my God. I'm
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little...
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
What's this comment? Oh, hello.
Number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
Hello.
Hit them with some.
Sure, you can have me.
Football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice job there.
Capital A, apex, dash, underscore, capital T, capital.
And so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Mahomes going to throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by... Secondary has been picked apart.
KS? What do you mean?
About him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself.
My
They finally
username's
got
capital
one. They
A.
finally got me.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, it's Coleman. And they'll take...
Okay.
But it's a first down.
Second and one is offered an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Capital T.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
T.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is.
Okay.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Obviously, they're not where they big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Inside.
Sorry, guys, for pausing like this. Yeah, no, just, can you type in, can you comment your username? Just comment your username, because, it's not popping up for me. And I'll add you.
Here we go. Black 80! Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Second down, McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he is...
Okay, I'll add you after this
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Tomorrow, probably? Yeah.
Since the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss, I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Garoppolo looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to... Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now here's Mahomes, dancing to his left. And fights through one there. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
There's nobody that's open, so I'm just running with the ball as
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all day.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Dang it.
We're back now in KC.
Yeah.
It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And he'll go down, but not before the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And an alley to run. A second nice move, a spin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Ruling on the field stands, I guess.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trent Taylor, 29 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Kansas City touchdown. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's a combination that 49er fans are happy to see, Garoppolo to McKinnon, and they want to see a lot of it. They didn't get to witness it at all last year. Remember, McKinnon got injured before the season began, but you think back to his final year in Minnesota in 2017. Had almost 1,000 yards of total offense, a lot of those on the receiving end of things. He is definitely a weapon out of the backfield like we just saw. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now Garoppolo lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Garoppolo leads from McKinnon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This is taken at the 3. Just bowling over tacklers. And there he goes again. The 20, 10, 5. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to run for it with Williams. Still going. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Loose. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
I hope you guys liked this video. The Chiefs won, the 49ers lost. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more videos. But like always, until next time, not yet, peace, but hang on. Hang on. Gotta do something. I gotta add this person real quick because I said I would. Okay, well now for real this time. Like always, until next time,